Hey guys, we're here for a new episode of Five for Talking. We're tier listing. We're gonna talk about the hockey and we're gonna rank the teams based on whether they're gonna make the Stanley Cup or nope. So let's just get into that. One sec here while I pop this up. So based on this, we're gonna go through these teams. We have Stanley Cup, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, and then nope. Nope is like not a chance. So let's start off here with the Ducks.
I'm sorry, I'm already shaking my head.
So that's a nope.
No,
So
no, they're gonna be going through a rebuild soon. I don't
they
think
should.
they have the. I don't think they have the depth and the ability to go far right now.
I agree with you, and in my opinion, they should have already started the rebuild. I have no idea why they haven't already started the rebuild. Okay, so the Coyotes.
Uh, I I would put them at a D because um, they lost their goalie. They they got kicked out of their arena.
That's
I
true.
mean, that really doesn't have anything to do with them actually going for the cup next year, but it's just
Uh,
things are not really looking good for the Coyotes right now.
that's fair. And I do
Um,
think that they're better than the Ducks.
yeah, yeah. So I don't know. It's just yeah.
Okay, so Boston, I'm gonna speak quickly. Just I personally think that they're too good of a team still to doubt, but they're not the same team that they were. I think for ranking purposes, we should just put them in B for now until we get some more things laid out.
I was gonna say B as well because they can either just fall off the face of the earth or they can be a great team with some of the. They lost Krejci, but now they have Hull for what, another 2 years, I believe. Uh,
Yes, I believe it
and
was 2 years, maybe
you know
three.
they made some moves. They're still trying to get uh,
Rask.
um, Rask. They're still negotiating with Rask.
Well,
They
he
still
he.
have some pieces,
The funny
and
part is Rask said he would take a pay cut to come back, and Boston still hasn't made him an offer. So
yeah, I don't know exactly what it is that they're waiting for. Um, but you know what, Marchand, Bergeron, and um, their left winger. Oh my gosh, Pasternak.
Pasternak.
Is still one heck of a freaking line. So, who knows? Who knows what they're capable of?
Okay, that's completely fair. I think B is a spot for now. We're gonna have to renegotiate a couple of these probably. With Buffalo, I don't even think we need to talk about this. I think they're worse than the Ducks. Especially if Jack Eichel doesn't play. I mean, not much there.
You like, I've had this conversation before, and I'm just not sure how to answer it when I was asked this question. Do I feel as though Jack Eichel or the Buffalo Sabres would be a better team without him or with him? I believe Jack Eichel is going to be a great player either way, but I just don't feel. I just feel as though Buffalo would probably be a better team without him.
Yeah, that's completely a fair assessment. I agree with you.
I just feel as though
Why
Jack
would you
Eichel
want a
is
guy with
holding them back.
who doesn't want to play for you on your team?
Yeah,
It's you're just asking to fail.
yeah.
Calgary, I know this is ironic, but I would give them a C. Do you
Yeah, I
disagree?
was I was thinking D. I think they're going to go through a bit of a transition. I think Sutter. There were talks about letting Kachuk go. Like they're
Yet there's still
talking about
talks about it.
trading. Yeah, like I think he's probably one of the best players on the team. Giordano left to go to Seattle. I don't know if that's really a big loss for him, but he was their captain, and I think he was making a big contribution. Um, I think he had value.
I think he
Uh,
brings a lot of value to the
yeah,
Kraken.
but I think uh, for the Calgary Flames, I think they're going to go through a bit of a transition, and you know, it's just like Boston. It's going to go either way. We just don't know. We just don't know what's going to happen.
Okay, Carolina.
I would say A. I would say A.
I would say we have to try.
I understand. Like, I think what we need to do is have one team from the East and one team from the West as a Stanley Cup, potential winner.
Okay, I was just going to say just any two teams, but that's fair.
Yeah, I think it should be from one from the West and one from the East. And I think me and you will probably agree on who might come out from the East. Carolina is just one of those teams, just like Boston.
They're too average.
Carolina is going to do well. We can agree on that, correct?
Yeah.
It's either they're going to do in crazy great, or they're just going to be great. And Carolina has the potential. They could do it.
No, for sure.
Frederick Anderson has something to prove. You know what I mean?
I mean, they have two good goalies right now, Anderson and Ranta. So
they've lost their best defenseman, but overall, they still got a great friggin' team.
So, I mean, yeah, and if they somehow, whether this video gets posted in time or not, but if they somehow get Kotkaniemi, it's over.
Yeah. As of right now, this will probably give people an indication of when this video was made.
Because it's probably not going up for a while.
Yeah, Kotkaniemi was just offered 6.1. I'll say it, 6.1 to come over to the Carolina Hurricanes. They're pretty much trying to steal him away from the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah,
as of right now, he's accepted it as of right now, and Montreal has 7 days to match. That's a huge loss for
because either you lose a good player, a really good player that has the potential to be something special, or you're going to hurt yourself in your pocketbook. So, I mean, let's go. I'm just going to put this somewhere. I'm going to say
I feel like we're definitely going to have a disagreement with this one. B or A with them, man. For me,
they're definitely not an A. I'll go like this, but they're definitely not an A.
They made some great acquisitions.
I have to see it first.
Yeah. Oh man, like these guys can do something. If it can click, Campos, these guys can do some serious damage next year. But
we can rearrange. But for now, I think that's safe.
I honestly think with Taves coming back next season, Duncan Keith gone, the biggest thing for them, I think Marc-Andre Fleury has a chip on his shoulder, and I think he's going to make some magic with the Blackhawks next season. I really do think so.
Okay, so I mean, we'll leave it there for now. I think we both know where this is going.
Yep.
That's not hard. And plus the West is nowhere near as strong as the East.
Colorado right now, sorry, Campos. Colorado right now is the Tampa Bay Lightning of the 2017, 2018. All right. They are so good enough to win the Stanley Cup. They just need to get it done. And for me, and I've said it last year, and we said it last year, we said it the year before, these guys can do it. And they should be able to.
I mean, I'm not going to argue that point. I think they're great. And I just don't know, can they, with the changes that they made, right? Is Darcy Kemper gonna win them a cup? I mean, he technically is equal to, maybe a little bit better than Grubauer, but did Grubauer win them a cup? So you know what I mean? Columbus, I think at this point they're definitely a nope. I don't even think that they can be in any sort of talk to win a cup.
Yeah, I think they're going to go through a transition. I think Tortorella's gone, right?
Yep. He's
Yeah.
he's an analyst now on ESPN, I believe.
Yeah. They're going to go through transition. I just don't see it happening. You know
Freaking
what,
fly. Sorry.
man? I totally forgot Campos about Boston. I totally forgot that Foligno was there as well.
Yeah.
It's like they got something to prove. Sorry, I know.
I think Boston's weakness is going to come in their bottom three. I mean, their bottom six and in their defensive end.
Anyways, whatever. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. So Dallas, they went to the Cup Finals. On paper, they have a pretty solid team. They have good young guys. They have a goalie. This fly is driving me nuts. Dallas.
Where's that old school fly swapper or whatever the ones where their grandmothers used to have?
Yeah, I gotta get one. But I mean, I don't know. Do you think they're higher than a C?
Oh man, I think
I would be willing to go to B with Dallas.
The only reason why I would say B is because I don't think the West is as strong.
You're right. They might actually like finish higher. Yeah. Well, I'll leave them here. I think
let's leave them up here. And this is the reason why I'm saying Chicago can do much better than a B. Just because of the fact that the West is,
That's true. So Detroit, I'm gonna say is better than. I would put them here. Better than Buffalo, but worse than the Ducks. Maybe here. They're not better than Columbus.
Oh, you're doing a ranking within the ranking, eh?
Like kind of, right? Because just to make it like.
I see where you're going. Yeah. I'll leave that there for now.
Okay.
It's one of those things. Like you just got to see what happens next season because it's like it's we're gonna have to see.
What about the Oilers?
Man, B.
Where in B?
Above Chicago, in between Boston and Chicago.
I think they are still a really good team, but they didn't get any better than last season. They just replaced the same players with the same players.
I think Hyman is going to do well for him if he could stay healthy. I think Duncan Keith may be able to bring in some experience for him. I think they are bitter with Chicago beating them in the playoffs a couple of years ago, or not last season, but the season before that. I think they got something to prove.
Yeah.
So, because at the end of the day, I still think they're better than Calgary. That's the reason why I put them in B.
Yeah, they're a lot better than Calgary. Okay, so the Florida, I'm gonna say that I think Florida might be an A.
Yeah, I would put them in A too.
But they're not better than Carolina.
No. It's one of those things, Campo. Say it can go either way. It can go either way. I mean, Florida in the last year and a half has put together a pretty damn decent team. Carolina's pretty much had the same pieces in place for a while, and they've developed in a really good team. Florida still, they're just getting to feel each other out. The teammates and stuff, trying to get this team going. But I really think that they're going to do well next season, and the East is going to be tough.
Yeah. I agree. LA. I think they're here.
Yeah, I'll put them there.
You know what? Actually, I think they're better than the Coyotes.
I was going to put them in front of Arizona.
Okay, so Minnesota. I think Minnesota is. I don't know if they're a B, but they're definitely better than Calgary.
What they were able to do last season, it just boggles my mind.
But they still don't have Kaprizov signed, which is.
No.
I mean, I'm willing to go here for now.
This may be a bit premature. I will put him at the end of B.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
So Montreal, I'm gonna say with Montreal, we have to factor in the Shea Weber and the Carey Price thing.
Yeah.
I think that they're below Calgary. I'm just going to be honest, especially if they lose Kotkaniemi.
I put them above Calgary.
I'll take it.
I'll put them above Calgary. And, I would dare say, last portion of B.
No.
Because
No.
because they still have a really good group. Even though they lost a lot of good players, they still have a really good group. And
I mean,
they'll be a tough team to play against.
Without having Weber, who's their captain and their best defenseman, and their goalie, who literally carried them through the playoffs, there's no way I'm putting them.
I think Price will be there next year.
Yeah, he's injured, right? When does he doesn't come back till like the end of the season? Anyways, okay, anyway. I'm leaving that.
That's fine.
I think Nashville is better than Montreal. You want to argue me to put it lower? You can do that right now.
They lost Ellis.
Yeah, but did they lose like anything else?
Yeah, their goalie retired.
Yeah, but Saros was already taking his spot. If you think they're under, tell me. They're better than Calgary.
I guess they're just one of those teams like Carolina. They can go either way.
Do you think they're better here?
I think that would be better suited for them.
Okay. I think New Jersey definitely automatically right off the bat, we're starting here before we even argue where it's going. Do you think that they're better than Calgary?
I think they made some great signings. They picked up a lot of good players. It's just now a matter of seeing them in action. I'll agree with you. I'll just leave them for now.
Okay.
But it's just one of those things. You just, it's go time. Let's see what they got.
Islanders. I want to say they're number 1 in A, but I might leave that for Carolina. What do you think?
It's either they're in front of Carolina or in between Carolina and Florida.
Yeah, I would say the same.
I'll let you pick that. I will let you pick that. They're just I admire Lou Lamoriello. Really kind of wish he was still here, but
I mean, I can't argue that.
But what him and Trotz was able to do with this team is freaking miracle, man.
All right, so let's go Rangers here.
This is a tough one.
Okay, for me, if they're healthy, they're either ahead or right behind the Canadiens.
They have the potential to be in B.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? So if you want to put in B, they could be better than Minnesota.
I would put them in front of Dallas.
Okay, I'll allow it. What about Ottawa?
Man,
they're not a no.
They are not a no. Yeah. How, dude? Oh gosh, it's with them. It's just what they did in that last month and a half of last season was crazy. They were one of the best teams in the NHL.
I'm going to go
there.
That
gets carried over into this season. They are straight up number 1 in C.
Do you want me to put it there? I will absolutely allow that.
If what happens last season gets carried over into this season, they are definitely in front of Montreal.
Okay, so
I think we can both agree they are going to be one team that's hard to play against.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it like this for now, and then at the end, we're going to move things around.
Cool.
Okay, so I'm going to speak about Philadelphia. I think that they're a good team. They've proven they can do it, but they're so inconsistent. They made a couple of good moves this year. I kind of like what they're doing, but I still think they're 8th place, 7th place playoff team. I think they're probably better than Minnesota. but I don't know. Do you think they're better than Dallas or New York?
I think they have the potential to be better than them, but I will agree with you. I will put them
Like here?
right around in front of Minnesota or behind Minnesota.
I'll
I'm
leave it
gonna
like
let you
this.
decide
I'll do that.
because, yeah, like
I'm more comfortable with that. Pittsburgh, they're a hard one to decipher. I think that they still have a good team. You can't ever doubt Crosby, but I really don't trust their defense or goaltending.
yeah, but we've been saying that for years, and for some crazy, like they were able to pull it off. Like Crosby was pretty much had that team on his back last season when Malcolm was on the shelf, and they still played great. For me, they go in between Dallas and New York.
Not
You could
arguing that.
you could
I
disagree with
might
me if you
even
want.
put them ahead of the Rangers.
Yeah, no, there you go.
San Jose, I think they're a nope.
I think they're a nope too, but um,
Are
are
they
they
the
better
best
than
nope?
Arizona?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like they lost way too many pieces this year. When you're banking on Evander Kane to be your best player
Hmm.
offensively, I mean,
I'll let you decide on that one.
I'm gonna say that they're like this.
Okay.
St. Louis.
I feel as though they lost way too many players.
Yeah, I would say if I'm just randomly saying St. Louis right now, they're like this.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
Tampa Bay, like not even talking about
I'm
it.
not gonna.
I hate how
I'm
their
not even
logo
gonna
looks on
argue
this.
with that.
Look, see, I looked at it like this.
Yeah. I'm not gonna even argue with that.
Yeah, you can.
I'm not gonna even argue with that.
The laughs.
This is. Oh man, like I feel like my biasm is gonna like.
I am going to say, okay, I'm going to put it somewhere, and then I'll let you argue to move it.
Okay.
I think based on what they've done and what they're capable of, they're either right here or right here. I'm going to do this.
I'll leave it.
Yeah. I think it's fair. I think between them and Florida, it's interchangeable. They are definitely not better than Carolina or the Ranger or the Islanders.
I really do think they are not going to allow Boston to be better than them. They might be better than them during the regular season, but if they were to meet in the playoffs, I really don't think history will repeat itself. I really don't think that's going to happen this time.
That's fair. Vancouver. I know you kind of have a like for Vancouver. I hate them, but I would say that they're probably like.
It really doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if we like them or hate them. It's just the fact of the matter is, like, do you think that we'll?
I think they're like there.
I think they're better than Calgary.
They're better than Calgary.
Yeah, I would leave that there.
Yeah, I think that's fair. That was easy. Like, see what I mean? When you have things laid out, it kind of just plays. I'm gonna put Vegas right here. I think that they're still one of the better teams, but without Fleury, they're not in the top 5 anymore.
Yeah, if they get Eichel, they might. They will probably move up a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair. I agree. What about Washington?
Do you remember last year when a lot of analysts thought that they were just done, and they still were able to play well? Did they make it far in the playoffs? Not really, but
I think on paper their team still makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to say in between. They are in. I would say in between Chicago and Pittsburgh.
I'll argue after for that, but for now, Winnipeg. I'm going to go ahead and place them because I just think they're probably like here-ish. Do you think that's fair?
I still think they got one of the best goalies in the world. I just don't think the team in front of them is that great. I think they're better than Montreal.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so with the teams we have laid out here, I have 2 that I think we should argue for. I honestly think that we should move Ottawa up.
To
Um,
where?
I don't know, maybe to like here.
Okay.
Okay, this is you can tell me if I'm wrong. I want to do that. I want to do this, and I want to do like this. If you don't like that, I'll put it back where it was.
I'm just not so sure about Jersey. I like everything you did. I'm just not so sure about Jersey because we
What
don't
about like
know.
that?
We really have. I still think that Vancouver is better
Okay,
than.
I'll do.
For
How
me
about like
personally, I
this?
think Vancouver is better than Nashville.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that if you give me this.
Okay.
I mean, that's not like a huge. I think that this like layout makes more sense because I don't have any faith in Calgary. Their whole team is just up in the air at all times. I
Yeah,
mean,
I feel as though Calgary and St. Louis are going to go through a bit of a transition next year. Um, yeah, yeah.
as you can see, basically from the A's and the B's, the East is a lot stronger than the West.
Oh, and we've been talking about that for the last little while. We think I definitely feel that the East is going to be
Yeah, like
a
look,
much better
one,
division
two,
than.
three, four, five. Five of the bottom 8 teams are West teams.
Yeah, like I said, like I truly feel that the East is going to be a better conference, harder conference to play in than the West
Mhm.
next year. If it diverts back to how the divisions were 2 years ago.
All right. Well, that's all I have. You got anything?
Um, I'm good.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Let us know which team you think is going to win the cup in the comments below. And thank you for watching the show.